Yes. Yeah, thank you.
You didn't get my text, Kim?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a story about Fitbits when this first came out. So we yeah, thank you. Welcome back, folks. We will look at item number 8, administrative procedures. Those are for your information as the senior admin is making some changes to those procedures. Okay. Item number 9, good news stories. Good news stories. All right, what's happening in your neighborhood?
Can I share?
Yes, please go ahead.
So I attended St. Ben's school council meeting and they shared that they did a mock mass and it went really well and the kids were very excited to be able to go back to church and be present in church. So I thought that was a very good move. I think Claire led it. I could be wrong on that, so I apologize, but they were very excited that they got to practice mass.
Yeah, what you miss when you are shut down, right?
Well, it's been 2 years. Some of the kids have
Yeah.
never been to mass
Yeah.
with school.
Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, and yeah, go ahead. Pastor Tagwood.
This is also about Mass. This Friday, all of our school is coming into our local church to have Mass. And it's really something to see the church fill up with the whole school. And we're also having a baptism that day for one of the students. So that's kind of exciting. And I plan on attending. Hopefully I feel better by then. Thank you, Marilyn. You're going to be taking notes for me for ASBA Zone 2-3.
Wonderful. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. CPK was also very appreciative that they got to have their play at Father Leduc. So it not only got to reduce costs for CTK, but it got to bring the students in to see their sister act play this year. So they were very happy and thankful for Father Leduc allowing them to choose their facilities.
Yeah, collaboration, that's good. Right, within the same town. Yeah. Yeah, Pastor Tagwood.
I forgot to say one thing. We had a really great visitor come into the school, the speed skater from Pinoca, who was in the Olympics. And the kids all gathered in the new gym, even though it's not finished. They were allowed in for that day. And they had chairs put in for some adults who wanted to attend and for the grade 9s and 8s. It was great. She did a nice little talk and she let the kids touch her skates and her wetsuit, which I can't believe how she ever got into that, but it was exciting. It was a really good day for all the kids and I thoroughly enjoyed being there.
Wonderful. And for the task, we're not in the school, but we have our Lenten mission for 3 evenings. Sister Catherine from the Siena Center from the States. She gave those topics and it was well attended between all these satellite communities, Masquashi and Manuel, which was very good to see. Again, a good news story. We all have seen some of those notices. We've gotten new principals in some of our locations, so that's also a successful story that those positions have been filled now, coming into the fall. So communities don't have to be stressed because once such announcements are made about retirement, people sometimes just go into, oh, now what's going to happen, right? Who is coming? The fear of unknown. But I'm glad some of all of that is now cleared and communities will be happy with who is coming to lead their schools. Okay. Board work. There's no more good news stories. Okay. We are coming into May. So we see the May items that will come back to our attention. We've done, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I had a question about something in May, the second bullet, review and set trustee RRM. Just, I guess for clarification, is that not what the finance committee did already? So that
Yeah.
we're not going to be doing that in May in a different format.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
it came earlier and it's done.
Okay,
So you see a few things back and forth.
Just with that, would the board prefer to see that item in April?
Be my recommendation, because we're doing the board governance budget in April in anticipation of submitting the budget. So that's why I recommend to the finance committee to move the trustee honorary review to.
Okay, so we can
Yeah.
move that.
We'll move that.
Yeah, thank you.
So then in May, we know all the intricacies of approving the budget. Perfect. Okay, board chair calendar. So our next meeting will be May 18th. And like we said, when we set the cow agenda, even though we're starting early, I know for sure as we are learning and growing, the times will change so then that we can have a bit of rest in the morning before we get here. And thank you for understanding and participating in this, because like we said, we need to learn and grow together, and this is the only way to do that. Okay, and thank you administration for your support in this work. Trustee expenses. Please. Last month after Pigeon Lake, I did clarify some few things, which worked well. So when in doubt, just call me or send an email, and then we can clarify some of these so that everybody is submitting accordingly. And as well, we have board policy on that. In 90 days, if you don't submit, Henry becomes rich. And please, so submit every monthly if you can, then you are not backlogged. Okay, thank you. Board action sheet, Mr. Bouchard, what have you captured?
So there are 3 items. The CTK and feeder schools will provide some transition numbers between the feeder schools. And we'll also provide some high-level overview of the programming at Christ the King. We'll request to move money from unrestricted reserves to capital and operating reserves. So we'll seek ministerial approval regarding the board's motion. And finally, policy committee will review the per diem rates for committee of the whole meetings that are less than an hour.
That's what I've done. Thank you very much. With correspondence, there's nothing in the mail except personal letters, which I believe we all got. I put mine away. The other correspondences, as I've shared with you, and I believe my error sometimes, but I'll keep sending it to you when it's relevant to the work that you are doing and for your information as well. Closing prayer. So again, remember that after here, if you have few minutes, so we can talk to Mr. Bouchard upon that email before we depart. So closing prayer, if you all may join me, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Grant me, O Lord, my God, a mind to know you, a heart to seek you, wisdom to find you, conduct pleasing you, faithful perseverance in waiting for him, and a hope of finding grace. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. So meeting will be adjourned at 3:55, and thank you all.